Leaders here in Marion County are trying to clear up some confusion as Indy works to expand outdoor dining for many restaurants.
Matt is live this morning talking about what will be open and what will be closed off. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. Cars could soon be replaced by tables and chairs as parking spaces here on Mass Ave could soon give way to your next dining destination starting Friday when restaurants are allowed to begin offering people to sit out here on sidewalks as well. Even the road, as that sign right there, open for carryout, will soon finally change to having customers allowed to dine in, but they all must eat outdoors. So as a result of this, here are some roads that are going to close around Indianapolis starting Friday, possibly lasting until July. That includes Broad Ripple Avenue from College to the Monon, Georgia Street from Illinois to Pennsylvania, and then Illinois from Georgia to Market. The southern half of Monument Circle would also close, and Mass Ave from Delaware to College. Now, along with this, Indy Parks is also gradually reopening some locations. Starting tomorrow, cars will be allowed at Eagle Creek Park, and some dog parks will also reopen. Those include the Broad Ripple Park and Paul Rooster Dog Park. The Sunken Garden at Garfield Garden is also now open as well. Now, there's a special Q&A section set up for business owners as well as customers for what they can expect when they head out to restaurants. Again, all these changes taking effect here on Friday in Indianapolis and Marion County. And as far as the lost revenue from these parking spaces right here, where we'd normally be concerned about paying the meter right, well, city leaders say they haven't really been getting much revenue and won't notice much of a difference because of so many stores have been closed during this period of social distancing. So again, a lot of historic changes coming starting Friday, possibly lasting until July.
Yeah, Matt, I thought you said it so well yesterday that now the best seat in town at our restaurants could be parking spot 9955. Who knew? Well, President Trump continues to defend his decision by taking the unproven drug to protect against coronavirus. Many medical experts are concerned he might be setting a bad example. The president started to take hydroxychloroquine more than a week ago, even though he's not been diagnosed with COVID-19. The White House physician prescribed the medicine to him at his request.
I think it gives you an additional level of safety. But you can ask, many doctors are in favor of it. Many frontline workers won't go there unless they have the hydroxy. And so, again, this is an individual decision to make.
It sets an irresponsible example to the American people. The president asks, what is there to lose? Well, potentially your life, Mr. President.
Now, all of this comes as House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Republicans have negotiated the next round of emergency aid.
President Trump is also pledging $19 billion to help farmers and ranchers. The payments are part of the Coronavirus Food Relief Initiative. $3 billion will be used for the Farmers to Families Food Box program. That's where local food distribution companies will deliver boxes of food to families in need.
It's 5:07 and a big development coming from researchers. There are now preliminary findings from South Korean Centers for Disease Control that suggests patients who recovered from COVID-19 but then test positive for the virus again were not infectious and therefore not spreading the virus to others. Researchers are looking at this as a potential indication of immunity. From Brazil, the country reports over 670 new coronavirus deaths with a total of 254,000 confirmed cases. There are now more than 16,000 people in Brazil who have died from the outbreak. Sao Paulo remains the worst hit by the outbreak with almost 4,900 deaths. And German leaders are putting in place contingency plans after new coronavirus outbreaks are popping up all over that country. In the city of Gries, Germany, new outbreaks are 10 times higher than the national average. In fact, those numbers are so high that the German military has been called in as part of the medical response team.
Well, with the current pandemic, some are wondering, with this being an election year, if we should all be voting by mail. There are a lot of comments online about this issue, and Meredith is live for us this morning to see what some of you are saying. Good morning, Meredith.
Hey, good morning, Ben and Juliet. Yes, we asked you guys, should the U.S. expand voting by mail? And we shared this sort of explainer that I'll break down really quickly. So 5 states in the United States allow all voting by mail. 16 states in the U.S. do absentee voting, but you need an excuse. So my cat just jumped up if you're seeing the camera jiggle a little bit. So like in Indiana, if you want an absentee ballot, you have to have a reason why you need it. The rest of the United States is a no excuse absentee voting states. Now, the first thought that people have is, wait, I feel like this could get tampered with super easily. They worry about election fraud in these mail-in ballots, but that's actually extremely rare. And in states where they do all vote-in ballots, or all mail-in ballots, I should say, they do things like signature matching to make sure that you were the one who filled out that ballot. as well as post-election audits. So here's what you guys had to say on Facebook about this. Anita saying, if we can go to Kroger, Walmart, Rural King, etc., we can surely vote in person, and we should also have to show our ID. And Justin saying officials should be finding ways to make it easier to vote, to increase participation. Oregon has been doing all only mail-in voting for years, and it works well there. So we want to know, what do you think about mail-in ballots? Do you think that's something that we could do here in Indiana? Everyone just voting by mail? And do you think we need to make these changes with the pandemic right now? Please tweet at us using the hashtag 13sunrise with your thoughts, as well as commenting on our Facebook page. Guys.